Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. We are in a strange new land, some other world, where magic does not work, apparently, unless we have this crystal staff and raw mana. So, we'll go ahead and do that. So, this is at 100. If I then cast, magic items, vessels. Okay, so that's the only vessel that we have nearby. Does that go down to 99? Goes down to 90. Holy cow. Alright, so that is a lot more than I expected. Okay. We're going to need a lot of raw mana. And further to that, we're going to need another party member. Let's go see if we can find him. Because Pug is out here somewhere, and we have an empty slot. I guess we'll rest here. That's the wrong button. Owyn, go ahead and use that. We got a set of buildings over here. Let's see what we have in these. Owyn opened the door. Inside the alien structure, they found a variety of odd-shaped objects, some made from wood, others fashioned from rock or crystal. I feel strange vibrations in the air here, said Gorath. This place is unlike the others we have seen. Perhaps we should look around. Okay, we get more raw mana. Owyn approached the strange door. Nudging it open, he peered into the building. Finally assured that they were alone, went inside. Let's have a look around, he said. Perhaps we'll find something in here we can use. A note. Oh, come on. Alright, let's see if there's anything in this one. The building was empty. At Owyn's insistence, they conducted a quick search, but finding nothing of interest, soon left to resume their search. Alright, what if I leave something in here temporarily? Owyn unfolded the strange note. Though the illustration was faded, it appeared they had discovered some sort of map. From what they had seen of the strange island so far, it seemed accurate enough. Examining the map, Owyn did his best to approximate their location. This looks about right, he said, indicating an area to Gorath. Okay, so this is actually an interesting map, because it looks like it is very much just the landscape zoomed out. All of this is area that we can't get into, and it's very squared off. So yeah, this looks like it really is just a zoomed out version of the real map. Okay, so I'm actually going to want to keep this around. I guess I'm going to have to come back for that that ring. Not that it seemed to have done much good here. But we have a map. It's a very odd area, so it's definitely throwing me off in terms of things that I can interact with. I do really wish that I had brought my spyglass. That would be extremely useful. Oh, I almost missed you. The Pantheon hadn't noticed us. They agreed to attack. Charge! The enemy was surprised. These creatures resemble the Serpent Men, Gorath hissed as they rushed forward. When we had dealings with the Pentathians during the Great Rising, even Delican despised them. If these are any kin, I'd have every last one of them dead. You may get your wish, Owyn replied, assuming they don't kill us first. Alright, so we got 3 of them. Well, Fetters of Rhyme. Let's go ahead and take care of you first. So I'm just slinging something at me. Doesn't seem to have spells, so I guess that's good. I should probably be on to these things. Try to get them locked down so they can't move for a little bit. And you're gonna sling at me again. Alright, Gorath, you go take care of that one. Owyn, come up here and start bopping him. Okay, down you go. Down you go. And down you go. Excellent. Okay. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. And nothing on that one. Wow. Whole lot of nothing. Lovely. Well, we got some buildings up here. Gorath approached a strange building. Strange dwelling. He tilted slightly to head tilted slightly to one side as he stared intently at the ground. Listening, his eyes darted back and forth like fish in a bowl. Last, he raised his head. I cannot be certain, but I have a strong feeling we'll be very unwelcome visitors here. Something inside the dwelling slithered. I didn't much care for the sound of that, said Owyn. Perhaps we should... His sentence hung in the air, unfinished, as the door slammed open. He suddenly found himself facing off against a snake-like creature that seemed very intent on making sure that it would never again be bothered by them. I mean, at least they're not doing a whole lot of damage. Go ahead and... do that. Am I still... Yeah, I still am. Boop. Take you down. Okay, Gorath can only get in close. And there we go. Okay. Nothing on that one. And nothing on that one. Owyn approached a strange door. Nudging it open, he peered inside, peered into the building, and finally assured that they were alone, went inside. Let's have a look around, he said. Perhaps we'll find something in here we can use. Spoiled rations and regular rations. No, that's the exact same number. Whatever. Hey, look at this bright red wall. The building was empty. That's disappointing. Well, we got some of these strange crystals with more mana. I'll take that. Let's go ahead and rub it together there. There we go, 25 more. I want to open the door. Inside the alien structure, they found a variety of odd-shaped objects. Okay, we got another note. You know what? I think I'll just leave the single raw mana on the ground for now. Okay. Tomas, while I discovered no evidence of Gamina at the ruin, I have learned the mana on this planet has undergone metamorphic concretion, or in simpler terms, transformed into crystal. As there is no natural phenomenon that can account for this, I can only assume the change was engineered by an agency of the most supreme order. It is doubtful the Valheru could have mastered it, as it would have had cataclysmic effects beyond their control, though it may have given Draken Korin the inspiration for the Lifestone under Sethanon. I can only assume at this point the ancient gods of this planet may have used the tactic to drive away the Valheru. Again, this you would know better than I. I made my discovery when I touched one of the crystal columns in the ruin, and sensed the power of it. At the same time, I sensed within what I will tentatively call an intelligence, because I felt the stirrings of mind speech, though no specific thought ever formed. If you go to the ruin, do not touch the central column. I felt greatly ill for several days after touching this particular column, though I am not certain the cause, and avoided the rest thereafter. Perhaps after I've found Gamina, I will have opportunity to learn more. Pug of Stardock. Okay, so that's the map, and that one we can leave behind. We'll grab that 100 mana. Having a single piece of mana doesn't seem very useful, so... Alright, well, the ruins are to the north, but we have some more snake fiends. Or whatever the heck they might be called. You know what? I need to use some of these. Good lord, Owyn has a ton of health and stamina now. The enemy approached. Unsure how to best deal with the situation, Owyn shot a glance at Gorath. These creatures resemble the serpent men, Gorath observed coldly. Okay. That's the same thing. Oh my lord. Well, at least he missed. I think we're going to be doing an Evil Seek here. I feel like they took extra damage. I'm okay with that. They do seem to have a lot of hit points, though. At least they don't have magic, because that would be really annoying. Am I on the right things? I am not. Owyn, please stop missing. Down you go. There we go. And there we go. Unsure whether it was skill or luck. Oh, it was all skill. One ration. I don't think we really need to take that. Although, what time is it? I suppose I could rest. We'll see what the others have. I'll take some herbal packs. Guess I'll take that. I feel like there might be one here that I am not able to interact with. But it probably doesn't have anything on it anyway. Alright, so we heard about some pillars to the north. I would very much like to see these pillars. Okay, here they are. Do they show up on the map? They do not. Alright, so that is frustrating. However, I do know what they do. If I can get my proper bearings. I think this is the middle one. Go to the road for a second. See if I can get a better view, because there's 7 of them. Alright, this is rather confusing. Let me check the map, see if I can get a better view. No, not really. Alright. Okay, bookmark, and hope. Warmth radiated from the column. At first, Owyn assumed that the crystal was radiating heat reflected from the alien sun, but even on the side away from the glare, the pillar seemed equally warm. I may do little for you, a feminine voice asked quietly in his mind. This much and no more. Suddenly the sensation of heat grew, washed out from the pillar like a warm breeze, shifting the sand beneath their feet and pressing out in the deserts beyond. In a brief second, the wind was gone, leaving the pillar cold and quiet. Party's defense ability has increased. Okay, so one of these increases defense. We do not want to do this one yet, because we are going to get a third person. And I'd rather, that be, okay. Alright, so I have my bearings, I think, now. The pillar was made of crystal, in better condition than the others in the circle. Its reflective surface was not as pitted by the blast of the sands as the others had been. Stroking its surface, Owyn marveled at the amount of work it must have taken the craftsman to make. I wonder what this place was originally, Owyn asked, not expecting the mental reply which flooded his senses. You stand in the ruins of Karzin Mok, once the high temple of the 7 gods of Timiriana. Once these columns were only symbols of the gods, crafted by the Savani artisans, who were the servants of Datsavan. Now they are the vessels within which we have taken refuge. Refuge? What drives a god into refuge? Owyn asked. I wouldn't think it possible. Valheru, the voice said. Though without a true voice, it was impossible for Owyn to tell, but there were shadings within it that seemed a mixture of hate and sorrow. Those who were known as the Valheru extinguished all life as we knew it here, using this as a battleground where they warred with all who dared challenge their universal supremacy. Only when Datsavan showed to us that our struggles would be futile, did we create a plan by which we would drive out their hordes of Pentathians and Kada and Kekamati. What did you say? Owyn asked. A long silence greeted him before a distant reply came to him. Of the 7 who ruled, there are only 6 of us who survived the desolation. 2 have faded so far from the world they can no longer give voice to their thoughts, but instead are little more than sentient forces of nature. Only Datsavan will remain, waiting for the time of the awakening. He shall call us when the need has come. We shall not speak again, Savani. Okay. Alright, so this is the middle one right here. That one is one that I don't really want to touch. That far one is, I believe... Maybe not. We'll see. was something odd about the column. Removing his hand, Owyn struggled to find words for what he was feeling. You know how it is when someone is standing behind you and you know that they are standing there, even though you haven't heard them come up? Smiling faintly, Gorath shrugged. It is a sensation I have heard of, but I am afraid that it is an experience almost unknown with my kin. Reaching up, he tugged one of his ears. There is little that escapes our hearing. Oh. Looking down at the ground, Owyn suddenly flushed, realizing how little he truly knew about Gorath or his people. One day he would make a point of getting to know him better. Well, I don't know how to explain what I felt in the pillar, except that it felt alive, like there was a presence within it, if only I knew how to reach it. Okay, no, I think it is this one that I want, then. Owyn hesitated. Shimmering in the hellish alien heat, it seemed probable the sun-warmed crystal would blister him if he touched it, but he was curious what material the glass-like pillar had been made of. Privately, he wondered if the serpent people they had encountered in the desert plains had been responsible for the enigmatic monoliths, but somehow the idea seemed wrong to him. No, the pillars of Karzin were not crafted by the Panath Tiandin, a voice whispered in his mind. We made ourselves. Horrified by the sudden, uninvited intrusion of the alien presence within his mind, Owyn drew back from the column, but the intruder remained. We seven were the gods of Timirianya, Savani. I myself was once Dat Savan, Lord of Gates. But once the Valheru brought their wars of desolation, we narrowly averted the great star death. I don't know what any of the things you are saying mean, Owyn replied. I have heard a very little bit about the elven old ones called the Valheru, but beyond that... It is unimportant, Savani, the voice said. Yeah, that shouldn't be italicized. What we were is lost beyond regaining, but there is time yet to save your people from the same fate. Our world? Owyn asked. The Valheru have been dead on my world for time beyond reckoning. They can't pose any threat to us. A feeling of disinterest washed through him as the god brushed aside the question. The one you know as Pug of Stardock will tell you more when the time comes for you, and the Wanderer to make your choices. For now, you must bring to this place the cup of Rin Scar. Do this, and we will free Pug from his captivity. Suddenly suspicious about the nature of the entity which spoke to him, he worded his reply carefully. If you are a god, why do you need me to fetch a cup for you? And why should I trust a bodiless someone who claims to have imprisoned the one who we look for? Hey, it's like Star Trek V. If you're a god, why do you need a starship? You are wise to question, the voice replied, but it is mine alone to know this truth. You may do as I ask, and bring to me the cup of Rin Skur. I'm not sure. I guess that's an L. Rlin? I don't know. Or you may perish in the desolation of Timirianya. The choice is yours. I warn you, however, it would be an unwise decision to utilize its powers. Pug already has learned this lesson. Okie dokie. Alright, well, we need to go find Pug. I believe I have already, yep. Okay, well I can at least take that back now. I don't know if that single one will be of any use to us ever, but who knows. Alright, well it is getting to be dark. I suppose I should rest. You are healing. You are not. I should probably have you heal. Okay. Alright, so, looking for a Pug. Let's go ahead and take the road. I'm going to be coming back for some of these things. It's just, he will be joining us, and I would really, really like to have a third party member sooner rather than later. Okay, Tiandin has not spotted us yet. Charge! Their attack was unexpected. Eyes wide with surprise, the enemy scrambled to defend. Haha. Oh good, you've got a bug. My favorite. Let's go ahead and lock you in place. Hello. Keep forgetting to switch over to these things, but oh well. Take him out. Thank you. Sling another rock at me for a whole whopping 1 point of damage. I don't know if that's just the armor that we're using or if they're just really not that strong. I was expecting something a lot worse. I'll be honest. Go say hi to the bug. You say hi to the bug. Say hi to the bug again. Boop. Boop. Ah, it's so much fun booping. Owyn's accuracy melee ability has increased. Very nice. Up to a 67. So how are we doing on that? 86. I don't know how it decides how much it uses. But I'm okay with that. Nothing on you. Poison rations on you. And nothing on you. I guess these creatures live in these houses. I don't know what the heck they eat around here. Alright, there's some more over here. The enemy was surprised. Yeah, just get up in his face. It's like, no, I don't want to fight Owyn. I want to fight Gorath. I mean, I guess we can swap foes. Boop. And down you go. Yeah, you know, I mean, I was expecting the, like the Pentathians. Ooh, 1. Wow, whole whopping 1. 1 ration. You could probably take that. I guess I'll take that for now. This has not lost any durability yet, which is not what I was expecting. Owyn yelped. Rubbing his nose, he stared in confusion at the scene before them. Some invisible force was preventing them from moving forward. It seems we've run into some kind of magical barrier here. Whoever or whatever is inside apparently doesn't want us coming in. How can this be possible if one may not perform magic in this place? You haven't been paying attention to what I said. It's not impossible, just very difficult. Whoever has constructed this magical barrier has access to a huge amount of mana. Perhaps Pug is somehow responsible for this. Actually, this must be where Dasavan has him imprisoned. Pug must be inside here. The voice you heard within the pillars? Yes. Well, at least we will know where to come and get him once we've retrieved this cup that he wants. Let's get back to searching. I was kind of hoping that we'd actually be able to talk to Pug. Seems we've run into another corner of the protective barrier. Let's try going another direction. Okay, so it is literally a case of you just cannot go this way. There is a golden crystal back there, but we will get that later. Alright, so next time we will need to find the way around this barrier and then go find the cup. That will be next time, however. See you then, everyone.